What's going on, guys? Duel here. Happy Thursday. Thank you very much, guys, for liking, subscribing, commenting on my channel, watching me on my Twitch, joining my Discord server. Really appreciate that, guys. Thank you very much. For today's game, I am going second, and the deck I'm playing against is the dominating in the ladder deck right now, the SwordSoul. SwordSoul Tenyi. My opponent goes up into his combo, goes off to special summoning out the Moi. Moi tries to discard a card, then add the special out the tuner monster, which I negate using the effect wheeler I had in my hand. This stops his combo. I mean, he did have Ashuna in his hand, but since he did not start with Ashuna, I could negate his combo right now. So guys, right here, if you guys look at my hand, this is an extremely OP hand, alright? I had access to my one card butler combo. One card butler combo meaning the full Bawa Bark plus butler on my opponent's turn. I had Thunder Dragon Fusion in my hand, meaning that once I'm done with my Bawa Bark combo, I could just use Thunder Dragon Fusion, go into my butler. I had Fusion Destiny in my hand, meaning that after the butler, I could get DPE on the field. If my opponent doesn't stop me, this will be a full butler plus Bawa Bark plus DPE on the field. I even have a crossout in my hand. My opponent instantly maxes me on my normal of drop Cs. I cross out the maxi. Sadly, he had a crossout for my own crossout. So right here, I could not go into Butler plus Bawa Bark plus, the Butler plus Bawa Bark plus the DPE. I could have killed him this turn as, literally I could have, if he had no negations in his hand, this would have been game over right here. Because with the Prank is Prank, I could have gotten a token, right? Token plus the Doodle-Doo would have been a Nightmare, and Nightmare plus the one Prank is Monster special on the field would have been Access Code. Access Code would have gone into popping. I would have DPE plus the Butler on the field. Access Code would be at 53, DPE at 23,000, and Butler at 3,500. This would have been a one-turn kill completely. Sadly, he had Maxi plus Crossout plus Ash Blossom. So I had to end my turn right here. Just normal drop Cs and my turn. That's it. I had ways to access so much, but sadly he had negates for everything. So his turn, goes into battle, kills off my drop C, sets a card down again, ends his turn. Alright, pretty cool with me. I draw into a Celestial in my hand. I try to first go into my DPE using the Fusion Destiny in my hand. So now guys, right here, Fusion Destiny does completely lock you into Dark Hero monsters only. So be careful. If you want to do the Thunder Dragon Fusion plus the DPE combo, make sure that the Fusion Destiny card is the last card you use, because again, you'll be locked into Dark Heroes only, and you cannot activate your Thunder Fusion. So I go into my DPE, use DPE to pop his back row, which was a Called by the Grave. I was not scared about the Moi on the field, I was scared about the back row set, which I assumed would have been a Called by the Grave. So if I had popped this Moi, my DPE activation from the graveyard would have been negated. So once again, he sets down a card, puts Moi in defense, ends his turn. Pop DPE, pop back row, because DPE will keep coming back on my standby phase. So I draw into a copy of Lamses. I activate my Dasher in the graveyard, so that Dasher will special out. This is not your normal summon. This is a special summon. Dasher activates, it's only once for the whole game. It's not a once per turn, once for the whole game. You could special out a monster you draw into using Dasher from your graveyard, right? I do that. And now since it's the turn after I went into my DPE, this means that as long as I could use my Thunder Dragon Fusion in my hand, set down the Pranks or Pandemonium I search, I will have no cards in my hand, meaning that I could activate the Celestial in my graveyard so that I will draw into 2 free cards. It's basically a pot of greed. By banishing the Celestial plus Dasher, you draw 2 cards. So I keep going into my combo, keep link climbing. This would have been a pretty much game over right here, again because I had Thunder Dragon Fusion in my hand, and once this normal summon goes through, even if he Nibiru's me, I'm perfectly fine. Another thing, if your opponent Nibiru's you, always pop your DPE. Pop DPE to pop your own cards or even your opponent's cards, because Nibiru is a tribute effect. It is not a card destruction effect. So if the DPE is sent to the graveyard using card destruction or through battle, only that way can it activate in the graveyard to special summon itself out. If it's tributed, it cannot activate in the graveyard. So always pop your DPE if your opponent abused you. So right here, even if my opponent Nibiru'd me, yeah, sure, I'll get my field wiped out, but I still have access to my Butler. So it gives me a token for 3000 attack, 1000 defense. I activate the DP in the graveyard, use Thunder Dragon Fusion, recycle the 3 cards I need for the Butler combo. So I was going to special out Butler, and Butler hitting the field would hit the field with 3500 attack, meaning that I could go over his Nibiru. My opponent instantly scoops off of that. And that's going to be the end of the game, guys. That starting hand was insane art. If my opponent did not have any hand traps, that starting hand was literally game over right there. So, if you guys don't know by now, I do live stream on Twitch every day. Plus, I have a Discord server. Links are going to be in the video description itself, so you guys can check it out. And that's going to be it for me for today, guys. JP Duel signing out. See you guys in the next video. Peace!